Bonney has been pretty relevant and popular since she got released. And why is that particular? Well, her ability is crazy strong, and they keep giving more updates and support for Supernovas. Let's talk about this updated deck. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Mabi here, and today I'm going to be giving you my personal deck profile for this Green Jewelry Bonney leader that originally released in OP07, re-released in ST24, and now this is going to be for OP13 and below if you want to play it there. Now, the overall theme and game plan is it's all around the Supernovas, of course. Early game, you're going to be setting up blockers, lots of restanding cards, and then late game, you have tons of beatdown cards, lots of different ways to strategize against your opponent here. Your leader ability allows you to keep very high life and mess with your opponent's board via resting even on their turn. Really annoying. More deck specifics. There are 37 Supernova cards in here, 3 event cards, 11 2K counter cards, and 18 blocking cards. 21 if you do want to count the 8-cost Kid. Now, first or second, you definitely want to go first with this deck. You have power plays on turn 3 with a blocker that allows you to restand. The 5-cost Cavendish, which is just super powerful, and your 9-cost is going to be your big Zoro deck, your Zoro character that restands, attacks, and restands. Early game, searching and blocking cards. Mid game, restanding and blockers. Late game, you have 3 game plans pretty much. You have your big wall for your 8-cost Kid, which can also summon something. You have a 7-cost rushdown Hody Jonest, which also rests stuff, and of course I did mention your 9-cost Zoro, which helps you beat down. And because the pros here, your leader is extremely tanky, you have 5 life, you have very good searching cards. We put 8 searching cards in here, and your leader ability allows you to rest opponents effectively, making it so they can't get extra attacks off on you and your cards. I think the cons of this deck is you only have 1 late game card that is searchable, and that's going to be your 8-cost Eustass Kids, and the rest of them you have to hope that you just kind of get. Your only control against your opponent's board in this deck is going to be resting. However, you use it for defensive purposes and of course going for game. And I believe the difficulty to pilot this deck is going to be a 3 out of 10, which is relatively easy. With that being said, let's get on with the video breakdown. As mentioned, if you guys just want the deck profile, the video, head on over to the website, MabiTCG.com. There you can get this deck and every other deck that we cover in image and text format. Today, we're going to be covering this particular deck here, but, we've done a lot of these already, and the website has it all. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, please make sure to like and sub. It really helps out the channel. I upload daily duels and deck profiles for different anime TCGs. Let's talk about every single card and some tips on how to use them. Jewelry Bonney, your leader. OP07, 5000 special, 5 life. Supernovas, Bonney Pirates. Only relevant thing here is Supernovas. On your opponent's attack once per turn, you may rest one of your Dawn cards to rest up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters. Exactly as powerful as it sounds. And you just rest the card, and then boom, you stop one of them for attacking. If they play out of order, and they have something on the board that they don't even want to attack with, like a small blocker or something like that, and they attack with their leader, you can rest that blocker, deal with it in your own terms, that sort of thing. So really crazy powerful. A weakness here is you have to leave a Dawn up to do it, which means you might not be able to play on curve. However, you do have cards that help you restand stuff, so that is mitigated somewhat. All right, let's keep going. Next is going to be because the side of justice, which be, oh yeah, by the way, we're using proxy cards and we're using alt arts. We tend to print everything out because we play IRL with lots of friends and we like to play stuff before they're even out. All right, because the side of justice will be whichever side wins for OP05. We have around, I would say, 9 character bricks in here. So, that are relevant. You have early game bricks, but you're pretty much going to be playing those. This is 0 cost. Trash 1 card, give your leader or character 3000 power. Really good. Just really helps you get rid of bricks if you end up getting a bunch. The trigger here is rest a 4 cost or less. That's actually a really nice ability, especially if your opponent's going for game, especially if they're rushing. They have a lot of small stuff. You can rest one of them, be super annoying, rush with your leader, and have this trigger. Oh, it's really good. All right. First of the 1 cost, we have Capone Gang Beige from ST02110. I did mention we have 9 bricks. This is not one of those. I don't consider these bricks. They're very cheap. We're going to be playing them very easily. This one just has an 8 blocker. Supernova, so it's very searchable. Yeah, it's a little cheap to get out. They're definitely cheap. Can't use it really attacking for really. And, A lot of people say, why do you play these little small guys? They're very easy to get around of. That's assuming your opponent has the exact card at the right time to deal with it. Otherwise, they're really good to help protect your mid and late game cards. So yeah, I love this card. All right, next off, it's going to be Demonic Aura 9 Sword Style Asura Dead Man's Game. This one's for OP12. We're using 1 in here. This one costs 1, 2 effects here. Activate main, rest 3 of your Dawn cards, so 4 total. Rest 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards. I can't tell you how important this card is. It's super good for going late game. I mean, you always have your late game Hodys to rest something and attack, but if you already have a gigantic board set up, let's say you have your Zoro set up and your opponent's like, whoa, 3 attacks, I'll just put up a bunch of blockers. You rest those, you get a lot of your Dons you just put on Zoro. Or in a lot of really good scenarios, you rest their Dons, you know, purple Straw Hats can't activate their Gum Giants, really annoying, super good. A second ability here, up to one of your leader gains 3,000 power during the battle. This is good too. If your opponent, you know, you are usually always going to be having a Dawn up, maybe even 2, depending on how much cards you have on the board. Your opponent won't even see this coming, plus 3,000, so it's a nice little power buff there as well. Just one of these. You might run one too. Next is going to be Bonney from STO2 111. Activate main, rest 1 more Dawn, 2 total. With this, if you played in 1 turn, rest the character as well. Look at the top 5, grab a Supernova. It can even be Jewelry Bonney, and then add it to your hand. Because your deck is running a lot of defense, especially these early game beiges here, I recommend, hey, if you go second, man, throw this out, throw the beige up, next turn search with this, and then the beige can, you know, block for this. Your leader ability is super annoying as well. You have a lot of options to keep this character alive, to keep searching and searching and searching. It's really powerful in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is going to be Kid and Killer from ST24, another searching card. 2, 2, 1 on play. Top 5, Supernova, even itself as well, and add it to your hand. The rest go to the bottom of your deck. On your opponent's attack, this is the first character that we're seeing to help you restand cards, restand Dawn. You may trash this character from the field, then set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. So your opponent attacks, you don't have any Dawn set up, Kid and Killer is there, you trash it, set up 1 Dawn, this can activate now, you rest that Dawn, rest another character or leader that your opponent has. That's why this is here. This is really good. Amazing. 2,000 attack, potentially can be used for attacking, probably not though. Alright, next is Scratch Him and a Poo. First of our 2Ks here. EBO1, 112, on play, rest a 2 cost or less. We're already running 2 in here. It's not going to come into play that much. Remember, your deck is all about, you know, setting up board and a little bit of resting. And later on, if you happen to have a small little blocker on the field, you can rest it. Other than that, it's going to be a 2K searching card. Searchable card. Next is Bonney PRB02 331. It says an 8 blocker. On your opponent's attack, once per turn, set up one of your Dawn cards as active. So it's going to play the same role as this. When your opponent attacks, you get to activate this. However, you don't have to trash this card. You don't even have to rest this card. This needs to simply just be on the field. Amazing good card, which is why I said you want to go 1. You want to go first. Lots of really nice early game cards to play, even if you're not searching for it. You're setting this up. You're setting this up. On turn 2, 3 Dawn. Put this on the field. Then on your opponent's attack, bring one back up, and then, you know, it's really good because you don't have to put this in danger if you don't want to block with it, if you don't want to attack with it. Every turn you just get 1 Dawn back as active, then towards the late game use it as a blocker. So super, oh my god, such a great card. Next is going to be Tashigi OP10 342. When one of your green characters other than Tashigi would be removed from play during, you know, with an opponent's effect, you can rest this character. Man, this is good. If you somehow didn't get anything good to play on your first turn, your second turn going first, you know, you didn't get this body, I would just throw the Tashigi up because you have a lot of nice late game cards you actually want to keep on the field, and this will really help you. Besides, you can use it multiple times. You just have to rest the character, and then if they don't kill it, they don't remove it or anything, it'll restand for you to use again later on. 2Ks, not searchable, but the effect is just so strong. It can also be played out with the 8-cost Kid. It's a no-brainer putting this card in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a Rogue from OP07 451. It says an 8 block for 5,000. It doesn't matter much. He can be an attacker, which is cool. However, the end of turn set up to one of your Dawn cards is active. So it's a good card. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really, really good for the deck. It came out when the leader came out, so it's, you know, it's made for Bonney. There is a little bit of discrepancy of whether or not maybe you should play a Rogue or Jewelry Bonney. I would say both. They both have the same effect. However, end of your turn, 1 Dawn is active. That means during your opponent's turn, they have time and time to mess with that 1 Dawn. However, if it's on attack, your opponent can't do anything. They have to commit to an attack first, and then you can use your leader ability. So I would say this Bonney is just way better because, you know, it's cheaper. First of all, cheaper. You're not really going to use it to attack, and your opponent can't mess with the Dawn if they're in the middle of an attack to commit with it. So Rogue is fine, but yeah, play Bonnies for sure. All right, Zoro, PRB02 442. On your opponent's turn, if this character would be rested by your opponent's effect. Nice. This is anti-green. You can rest another one of your characters. This is a blocking card too. It's also Supernova. This is like really good for the deck. It has all you need to do is one Dawn attached to commit to an attack, and it really helps against resting. All right, so we're running 3 of these. Next off is gonna be Basil Hawkins, ST24, 442. End of your turn, set one of your Dawn cards as active. This is mostly gonna be here for a 2K. You have a lot of cards already that help you restand and restand, but if you somehow, not that one, this one, but if you somehow miss, you can play this because it's also searchable by your searching cards because it's a Supernova. So it's a low commitment card. You probably aren't gonna use it for that, but it's nice just in case you miss. Okay, time for your mid game. Cavendish, EBO1, 561. On play then when attacking on the future turn. If your leader is Supernovas, which it is, and you have no other Cavendishes, which is only 4 of these, so try not to have more than 1 on the field, set 2 of your Dawn cards as active. Once again, going first, power play, 5 Dawn, throw us on the field, 2 Dawn is active. Use that 2 Dawn for anything else. You can throw out the searching card, which doesn't matter, because when your opponent attacks, you can trash it. You can go ahead and play this card and a search in the same turn. And if you already have a setup one of these Bonnies, you don't have to worry about restanding Dawn. Or of course, you can use the Dawn to put on stuff, leave it restanding. However, lots of different ways to use this card. Every single turn, you can go ahead and use the ability. It's a really high target removal. And one of the ways to keep it safe is, you know, obviously the TCG there. So there you go. Cavendish, extremely powerful. It's also searchable too. All right, we're running Bonney, OP12, 561. It has an 8 blocker for 6. Pretty good. On play, if you have 8 or more rested cards, draw 2 and trash 1. This is one of the only cards in the deck that will help you actually draw, gain card advantage, and sift. Really good. Then set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. Now, as of this wording, how I am seeing this is if you have 8 or more, you draw 2 and trash 1. Then that's the end of that first effect. The second effect should always go off, but please let me know in the comments if the second effect doesn't go off if you don't have 8 or more, because I feel like you do as much as you can for the on play, but I don't know if this is a requirement for this bottom one, which is set up to one of your Dawn cards as active during this on play, which is really thematic for the deck. Now, just keep in mind when you play this, you have to have 8 or more rested cards already. Sorry, you have to have 3 cards rested, because then you'll be using 5 for this one to equal 8. So your leader, another character, maybe 2 characters, that's 3 cards already, maybe some extra Dawn. You can play it straight out if you have to, you know, if you didn't get the Cavendish, because it's at least a 6 blocker. But yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now for your late game, Hody Jonest to help you end the game. OP06, 780. This has an 8 rush for 8. Decent. On play, rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards, just like this one. It's the exact same sort of thing. For the demonic Aura 9 sword style Oscar 10 man's game, you rest characters, you rest Dawn, whatever you need, and then you can go straight to attack. Now, obviously this one's not Supernova, not searchable by any means, but if you happen to get them, wonderful. And the Jewelry Bonney will help you get stuff like this, or if you have too many, sift them out, etc. All right, now Eustass Captain Kid, your late game card that is searchable by your searching cards. From OP01 880, with 1 Dawn attached on your opponent's turn, if this character is rested, your opponent cannot attack any other card rather than this. So that's why I say 18 blocking cards, 21 if you count these 3 that are in here. The second ability is activate once per turn. You may rest this character, play a 3 cost or less character from your hand. Now, the turn that you play this, even though I said you want to go first, you know, once you have 9 Dawn, I think it's just more better to go first because your 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9s are just way better. It's okay to place on curve if you do go second, or if you are going 9 and you don't want to play these Zoros, you can play these walls instead. But yeah, rest it. You can, and you don't have to wait until next turn. You play it when you have the Dawn, rest it right away, throw something on the field, attach 1 Dawn to him. Boom, he is a gigantic 8,000 blocker. Now, the best cards to play with this in this deck are going to be the Tashigis here. You plays with the Tashigi, your opponent can't remove this unless they do something against this Tashigi, and then they have to have 2 removals in 1 turn. Or you can play this Bonney here because it's going to be played active, so the Bonney will help you bring that Dawn back up. If you play this on curve, you're going to have that Dawn ready if these are the only cards on the board, and it's a blocker, so it's a, you know, adding that. You could do this, you can search, and then you can also set this up, and then you can always do this one too. So there's a crap ton of really good cards to play with this. So you have rushing, and you are a very tanky leader with 5. If you end up playing this on curve, if you don't have a better play, I'd say go ahead. The big body on the board, you take 1 card back to your hand, that's completely fine. Freaking use it if you have the resources. Yeah, this is really good. So rushing, big wall, or beat down late game. Your final card of the deck, Zoro from OP06990. 2 effects here. When attacking once per turn, rest the Dawn. So during the attack, you attack, rest the Dawn comes back up, and then effects will apply to attack. Then you can activate this during your main once per turn, rest 2 Dawn. So 3 total if you want to attack with him 3 times in 1 turn. You set this character as active. So you pretty much have, there's no getting around it. Once you are going first or second, hopefully you can throw us on the field and survive. And the next turn, huge damage, maybe even going for the game with this. So Zoro, very powerful because you have a lot of ways to rest characters. If you have 1 turn to set this up, you throw it on the board, you have lots of restanding so you can live and use your leader ability. Your opponent might be like, oh, I'm going to put a lot of blockers on the board. You have these Hody Jonest to play out next turn to rest things. You also have the dead man game to also rest things and dons as well. So that's how you pretty much go for a game with this deck. And that's the Jewelry Bonney deck that I'm using. This is it. Okay, let me know what you guys think about this deck down below. Like I said, you can use this in OP13 and below because there's no cards in OP013 that I kind of wanted to add in here. This is a nice PRB02 one as well, an OP12 deck to use. This is nice, easy, friendly to grab. I think the only thing that's a little rough if you want to buy this deck yourself is going to be the Cavendishes. They're really, really expensive because they're just using a lot of Supernova decks. They're that good. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Website for the for this, you can grab the text and all that, throw it in your favorite deck simulator and play it, and the like and sub Reno for more stuff. Thanks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.